Good morning, children. Welcome to maths class. So, in maths, we are solving the problems of block 24, which is money. Yes. So, in this, we have learned which deal is better when two or more deals are given. We'll compare and we will write which is better, isn't it, children? And also, we have learned what do you mean by profit, what do you mean by loss, when you will get profit, when you will get loss, and how to calculate that profit and loss. Also, we have learned, isn't it, children? So in the third topic, we are going to learn how to write this profit and loss as fraction. Okay, do you remember the fractions, children? You have a numerator and denominator in a fraction, isn't it? So in that way, you need to represent it profit and loss. Okay, so to represent a profit in the form of fraction, you need a formula, isn't it? What we have to write it in that fraction, which is numerator, which is denominator, we have to know, isn't it? For loss also, what is numerator, what is denominator, we have to know, no? So first let's learn the formulas for the profit and loss as fraction. So if you see the first one, profit as fraction, so the formula is profit by cost price. Okay, when we have to write the profit as a fraction, the formula is profit by cost price. Okay, profit is the amount you gained, that is your profit, is your numerator, and the cost price, the amount you spent on that thing, is your cost price, isn't it? So profit by cost price. For example, if they have not given the profit, they have only given the cost price and selling price, then you know the formula for the profit, isn't it? So selling price minus cost price, isn't it? So if they have not given the profit directly, what you can do, you have to use the formula of profit in the numerator, that is selling price minus cost price, and the denominator will be the same, cost price. Okay, so if they have not giving the profit directly, then you can use the formula of profit, which is selling price minus cost price. This denominator will be the same. Okay, children? Yes. Now, in the same way for loss as fraction. So loss of fractions, obviously the loss you will not have profit, you will have loss, isn't it? So loss by cost price. Okay, so here only thing for profit, it is profit. Cost price, denominators are same. For loss, for it is loss. Okay, denominators are same, only the numerators are different. For profit it is profit, for loss it is loss. Okay, but if they have not given the loss, they have only given the cost price and the selling price, then you can go with the formula. What is the formula for the loss? Cost price minus selling price, isn't it? So that you will write in the numerator, and denominator will be cost price. Okay, cost price minus selling price by cost price. Okay, children. So these are the formulas which you have to remember for fraction, for profit and loss. Now let's see the sums here, children. Ravi bought flowers for rupees 5,750 rupees and sold for 6,000 rupees. Did he make profit or loss? Calculate profit or loss as fraction. So here they have given the selling price and also the cost price, and they are asking us to find whether he got profit or loss. After finding, you have to find the fraction also. Okay, so let's write the statements, children. So cost price, so how much he spent for the flowers is 5,750 rupees. Now selling price, how much he sold it for, that is rupees 6,000. Okay, so if you compare cost price and selling price is more, isn't it? So if selling price is more, that means he got profit, isn't it? So he got, selling price is greater than cost price, that means Ravi got profit. So for the question, did he make profit or loss, we got that he got profit. Now we need to calculate the fraction. So here he got profit, so it is profit fraction, isn't it? So profit as fraction will be equal to, so here they did not give us profit, isn't it, children? They gave us the cost price and the selling price. So we will use the formula which has cost price and selling price, that is selling price minus cost price by cost price. Okay, this is the fraction. Here you have numerator and denominator, so it is a fraction. Now selling price minus cost price. What is the selling price? 6,000 rupees. And what is the cost price? 6,000 minus 5,750 by 5,750, because in denominator you have to write the cost price. Now you need to subtract. 6,000 minus 5,750 will become 250, isn't it? So 250 by 5,750. Now in numerator and denominator you have zeros, isn't it? So you will cancel 0. Now children, you can either go and check whether you have 575 in 25 table or not, or otherwise you can also go with the 5 table, because after cancelling zeros you have 25 and 575. So in both you have 5 in the ones place. In 25 also in ones place you have 5. In 575 also in ones place you have 5. That means both the numbers are divisible by 5. Do you remember test of divisibility of 5, children? If you have 0 or 5 in ones place, then that number is divisible by 5. Do you remember? So you can go with that also. That is 5 5s are 25, 5 1s are 5, 5 1s are 5. So what is remaining? 7 minus 5, 25. So this 5, 25. So 5 5s are 25. Again you have 5 in both. So 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10, 15, 23. 1 by 23. So either you can cancel like this, or you can go with direct 25 table, which is 25 ones are 25, 25 23s are 575. Okay, so the fraction is 1 by 23. Okay, so the fraction for the profit for the given problem is 1 by 23. So therefore profit as fraction is equal to 1 by 23. You will write it down. You understood how to do, children? And this calculation you can go one after the other also. Like if you can go with simpler numbers, not necessary that you should know 25 table, 12 sorry, not 12 table, 25 table or 30 table, or what a bigger numbers you need not to know tables, children. You can cancel with the small numbers also, as we have done. I have shown you like 5 table. With 5 table also, if you cancel both numerator and denominator, you will get the answer. Okay children, now let's see the next one. Make an expense list for Garima, who earns 22,000. So she earns 22,000 and spends, and from that she spends 3,500 on food, 1,000 on clothes, 4,000 for the rent, 5,000 for the electricity and water bills. Okay, electricity, water and phone bills, she'll spend 5,000. What is the fraction of the income left? So first we need to find what is the income left, isn't it? Yes, for that what we have to do, we have to subtract the expenses, our expenses, from the income she got. Then you can find the fraction. And how can you find the income left? By subtracting all these expenses. Yes, so to subtract that you need to add all the expenses together, and from that you need to remove that from your 22,000, which is her earning, isn't it? So it is multi-step problem, children. Concentrate and see. So here, amount earned by Garima, or you can also write it as Garima, amount Garima earned. That is also fine. So 22,000 she earns. And what is the expenditure she does? She spends on food for rupees 3,500, and on clothes she spends 1,000, and for house rent she spends 4,000, and the other electricity, water and phone bill she'll spends about 5,000. Okay, now we need to add all these, all expenses, and this expenses you have to subtract from the amount she earns, and that is left amount, and for that amount you need to find the fraction. Okay, so let's first find how much she spends. in a month. That is amount on food, on clothes, on rent, on electricity, water and phone bills. That is equal to 3,500 plus 1,000 plus 4,000 plus 5,000. And if you add all these, you get 3 3 plus 1 4 8 8 plus 5 13 13,500 rupees is her expenditure. She spends this much money. Now let's find out how much money is left out, how much amount is left out. So amount left will be equal to, your total amount spent is 13,500. Now left will be equal to amount she earns minus total amount she spent. How much she'll earn? 22,000, isn't it, children? So 22,000 minus 13,500. So if you subtract, you will get 8,500. Okay, so this is the amount she's left with. Okay, she earns 22,000, she spends 13,500, and what amount is left is 8,500. Now we have to find the fraction for this amount, for the amount which is left with her. So how can you calculate this fraction? Is, so for what you are finding amount left with Garima, isn't it? So for fraction you will get a numerator and a denominator. So for what you are finding the fraction is the amount will left with Garima. So the numerator will be the same and denominator will be the total amount. How much did she earn? The total amount. So amount she earns, that is 22,000. So that becomes your fraction. Okay. So amount left with her by amount she earns, Garima earns, is nothing but 8,500 by 22,000. So here children, in numerator and denominator you have zeros. So you will cancel two zeros. So after cancelling zeros, what will be left out? 85 by 220, isn't it? So that you can cancel with the 5 table, isn't it, children? Yes. So 5 17s are 85, 5 44s are 220 will be there. So fraction is 17 by 44. So fraction for the amount left with Garima will be equal to 17 by 44. Okay, so in this way you need to solve the sums, children. There are few more in your daily schedule. Copy it down in your class workbook. And coming to your homework, complete the volume book, children. Volume book 3, page number 42, S3, profit and loss as fraction. Page number 43, S4, making expense list. Okay, 42 and 43, S3 and S4. Okay, so with this we have completed with our block, children. So in the next class I'll meet you with the new block, children. See you in the next class. Bye.